Hey everyone, it's hard to believe that it's been over a year since we were told that we had to close the center doors due to the pandemic. But just because our center doors have been closed does not mean the Department on Aging has not continued to provide programs and services. From the time we were told that it was going to be an extensive closure, we partnered with East Brunswick Department of Recreation, EBTV, and of course our information technology to convert to an entire virtual program of activities. We have also continued our case management, our counseling, our home delivered meals, and as a matter of fact, our social service contacts increased by 300%. We have also hosted numerous drive-by events, outdoor concerts, as well as front porch visits. We've tried to be as creative as possible to keep everybody engaged and involved. And fortunately, we have such a fantastic team here that has helped deliver meals to the homebound clients, a wonderful program coordinator that is coming up with some creative ideas, and we are just so thankful. And now that May is upon us, we are starting to make some changes and move to a more virtual program, which Gail is going to tell you a little bit more about.
Hello, everybody. Again, I'm Gail Miklos, the program coordinator for the East Brunswick Department on Aging. And I'm so proud to be part of this wonderful team here at the Department on Aging, and also proud to bring everybody in our community the programs that I've tried to offer. Starting in May, I'm very excited to announce that I am now able to do a hybrid program, which means not only am I doing virtual programs in the center, but we are also now providing programs on our rear lawn and on our side patio, which is under construction at this time. So I am very proud to offer programs such as Tai Chi on Fridays, as well as chair yoga on Wednesdays. And also I'm bringing back the very popular karaoke group, which has always been a staple to our center. And also I will be bringing programs such as Sit and Be Fit, which is another staple to our center, starting in the end of May. So I look forward to offering more programs coming up in June, which I will talk to you about very shortly. But I'm welcoming everybody back, and it's exciting to see everybody.
As Gail mentioned, the month of May, we are hosting a number of outdoor in-person activities, as well as continuing with our virtual programs. But as of June 1st, we will continue to offer some of those programs virtually, but we are also going to move inside for one pre-scheduled activity per day. So what that means is that you will need to call our main number between 8 and 9 a.m. to reserve a spot for that program. Again, it will be one indoor program per day, and pre-registration is required. So what we're going to do is also walk you through the process of what it's going to look like when you arrive here to the center if you reserve one of those spots. When you arrive to the center, please make sure that you have a mask covering your nose and mouth at all times before entering the building. When you arrive to the building, we are going to have you go over and ring the bell. You will let the staff know that you are here for the scheduled activity, and someone will greet you at the door.
Hello, it's Gail. I'm registered for Tai Chi today.
I'll be right there to open the door for you.
When you enter the center, the first thing you're going to see is our new SafeCheck temperature scan machine. You're going to be required to come up to the machine, let it take your temperature, and so long as it's 99.5 or lower, you will be able to proceed into the center further. If your temperature is above 99.5, unfortunately, you will be asked to leave and will not be able to stay for the activity. We also ask that if you are feeling sick, if you have a cough, a cold, any type of symptoms, that you please refrain from coming to the center.
There are 2 different temperature checks for your wrist. All as you do is stand in front of the machine, put your wrist up, and it'll take your temperature and show your temperature at the top. There is also a spot at the bottom. That'll take your temperature at the bottom, and then you can proceed through the temperature machine and enter your activity for the day.
After you receive your temperature check, you will come to the main desk. Ash or Liz will likely be waiting for you and greeting you with a smile behind that mask. You will take your membership card and only scan it. There are no touch screens at this time. Once you scan in, there are hand sanitizing stations available, and you may want to sanitize your hands. After you scan in and sanitize, there will be a table at each side of the lobby that has a waiver form that needs to be completed, as well as a health assessment form. The waiver is a one-time completion. Those of you that have been attending trips have already signed it, so therefore you will not have to sign it again. Once again, the waiver just needs to be signed once and turned into us to be kept on file. After we have that waiver, there is a health assessment form that must be filled out each and every time you enter the center. Again, the waiver is a one-time completion, and the health assessment form must be completed and turned in to the front desk each time you come into the center. After you complete your health assessment form and waiver, you will proceed to the all-purpose room where all of our group activities will be held in the month of June. If it is a fitness program, someone will greet you at the door and will take your dollar. Please remember to bring exact change. When you come into the room, you will see markings on the floor that are properly distanced as per state guidelines. If it is a class that requires a chair, you will see a chair over top of the marking. Please do not move any furniture or chairs when you arrive to the all-purpose room. Keep in mind that at this time, we will only have a maximum of 20 participants in the all-purpose room at one time, which again is why it's important that you call between the hours of 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. to reserve your spot in the activity.
Beginning in the month of June, we will be welcoming you back into the Senior Center on a limited basis. One of the programs and activities that you will be able to enjoy again is the use of our computer room. You will have to call between the hours of 8 and 9 in the morning to register for a 1-hour time slot in our computer room. The computer room will be open between the hours of 10 and 3 p.m. We will limit to one person at a time, and please remember to call in the morning between 8 and 9 to fill in your time slot. Another exciting activity that I look forward to bringing back in the month of June is the use of our game room. This was a very popular room before the pandemic hit, and I so look forward to having some people come back. We will be running the game room on the same schedule as a computer room between the hours of 10 and 3, maximum of 2 people at a time to play ping pong or pool. And again, you must call between the hours of 8 and 9 a.m. to register your time slot to play these games. And just to let you know, all equipment will be sanitized, as well as all the chairs in the all-purpose room will be sanitized at the end of each day for your safety.
We sincerely look forward to seeing more of you as we start to open to in-person programming again. Please remember that throughout the month of May, we are continuing to host a hybrid style programs of both virtual and outdoor. And our outdoor programs, the majority of them will be held on the lawn in the back of the center, in between us and the police station, or on our brand new patio, which is being poured right now. When you come back, you'll see some changes to our center, like a new roof, new HVAC system, as well as some new carpeting. We've definitely been busy and taking advantage of the center being closed. So again, we hope to see you outdoors, and then starting on June 1st, we're going to move to a different hybrid program of 1 indoor activity per day plus virtual programs. Again, it's very important that you call the center between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. to reserve your spot. There are only 20 spots available for each pre-registered activity at this time due to distancing guidelines. Once you have your spot reserved, there will be limited transportation available should you need it to the center. When you arrive to the center, you will go to the front door, you will ring the bell, and you will let them know that you are here for the scheduled activity. Someone will greet you at the door, let you in. You will enter into the center and go through our temperature scan machine to make sure that you don't have a temperature. You will then proceed to the front desk, scan your card only. No touchscreens will be available at this time. We will then ask you to complete a one-time waiver, which again, if you've been on our trips throughout the past year, you have already completed this waiver. And each time you come to the center, you will need to complete a health assessment form, which will also be available. Once you complete those forms, Sanitizing stations for your hands will be available throughout the center. You will proceed to the all-purpose room where you will see markings on the floor that indicate where you are to stand or sit throughout the activity. We ask that you please don't move any furniture at this time so we can continue to ensure distancing. One very important thing to remember is that you keep your mask on at all times, covering your nose and mouth when you arrive to the center and while you're indoors. Again, this is a fluid situation and we know that things change quickly. And if and when any of those regulations change, we will certainly do our best to communicate that to you. We truly look forward to opening a little bit more each month. And again, we miss you very much and we can't wait to see you.